Hello, you're watching the Auto Advisor channel. Have you ever wondered why the V8 engine holds such a prominent place in automotive history? Let's turn back the clock to 1902 when French engineer Léon Levasseur gave birth to the first V8 engine. This groundbreaking internal combustion engine, with 8 cylinders angled to form a V, set the stage for a new era in automobile construction. Fast forward to 1905 and the first car to house this type of engine rolls off the production line, the Rolls-Royce Legal Limit. Now, let's cross the Atlantic to the 1930s, where competition was heating up among car manufacturers. The American giant Ford found itself battling rivals boasting more powerful fuel-efficient engines. Not one to back down, Ford made a strategic decision. They would develop their own 8-cylinder engine, one that was compact, lightweight, and cost-effective to produce. So the stage was set for Ford to revolutionize the industry with their own take on the V8 engine. Stay tuned to find out what connected young criminals Bonnie and Clyde to the Ford V8. Ford's journey to create their 8-cylinder engine was not without its challenges. As we step into the 1930s, Ford found themselves amid stiff competition, with rivals offering more potent and fuel-efficient engines. In response, Ford embarked on a mission to develop their own V8 engine, one that would be compact, lightweight, and affordable to produce. Their approach was innovative. Ford adopted a new technique, casting the cylinder block and cylinder head from a single piece of steel. This reduced the number of parts and simplified the assembly process, but the road to success was paved with obstacles. In May 1930, the first prototype of the new V8 was ready. However, it proved to be unviable and burned during its initial test. The culprit, a specific design flaw that omitted a fuel pump, with the flywheel instead performing its function. But Ford was not deterred. Engineers Arnott Soth and Lawrence Sheldrick took the reins, developing a new 8 of a more traditional design. Their creation was a lower valve 3.6-liter engine with an aluminum alloy cylinder head. It boasted a respectable 65 horsepower and a decent torque at the lows, 175 Newton-meters at 1250 revolutions per minute. The engine was ready by 1931, but then it underwent 9 months of rigorous testing. Ford's flathead V8 wasn't just another engine, it was a game changer. Released in 1932, this engine broke the norms of the automotive industry. It was the first mass-produced V8 with all 8 cylinders on a single block. But the innovation didn't stop there. The engine was compact, lightweight, and affordable, making it accessible to the average consumer. But perhaps the most appealing aspect of Ford's 8-cylinders engine was its modifiability. The V8 engine opened up a new world for racers and hot rod enthusiasts. With a displacement of 3.6 liters and 65 horsepower, this engine was already impressive. But what made it a favorite among the speed-loving crowd was its potential for enhancement. The design of the engine allowed for easy modifications, making it possible for anyone with a little know-how to boost its power and performance. The impact of Ford's V8 was felt beyond the racetrack. The engine's success prompted other manufacturers to follow suit, leading to the proliferation of 8-cylinder engines in the industry. Ford's V8 became synonymous with power and luxury, setting a new standard for what consumers could expect from their vehicles. But the influence of Ford's 8-cylinder engine extended beyond the automotive industry. The engine's design and production methods revolutionized manufacturing. The decision to cast the cylinder block and head from a single piece of steel simplified assembly and reduced the number of parts needed. This not only made the engine cheaper to produce, but also set a precedent for efficiency and simplicity in manufacturing. The significance of Ford's V8 cannot be understated. It was more than just an engine. It was a symbol of innovation, a testament to the power of creative thinking and problem-solving. It was the embodiment of Ford's commitment to making quality and performance accessible to all. Ford's 8-cylinder engine had made its mark, and the automotive world was never the same. Let's delve deeper into the revolutionary design of Ford's V8. This type of engine stood out with its unique combination of simplicity and innovation. And its design was a testament to the genius of its creators. The engine had a V-shape with a cylinder camber angle of 90 degrees. This design allowed the length and height of the engine to be reduced, creating a balanced and compact engine. One of the most groundbreaking features of the Ford V8 was the technology by which both cylinder blocks were cast together with the crankcase. This innovative design meant that the connecting rods could be attached directly to the crankshaft, eliminating the need for milling and making it easier to replace the connecting rods. This significantly reduced the overall cost of the engine, making it more affordable for the average consumer. The engine had a single crankshaft with a cruciform configuration that rotated in 5 bearings. This unique design provided even load distribution and resistance to torsional loads. Prior to the Ford V8, engines with these features were only found in expensive and rare cars such as Cadillac or Lincoln. The Ford 8-cylinder engine had 2 overhead valve heads, which were controlled by a single camshaft via push rods and linkages. This simplified the design and reduced mechanical losses, improving the engine's efficiency. The cooling system of the Ford V8 was equipped with a thermostat and a water pump. This ensured that the engine maintained an optimal temperature, preventing overheating and improving the engine's performance and longevity. A single carburetor of the downdraft type was centered between the 2 rows of cylinders. This design ensured even mixing of fuel and air and reduced the risk of ice deposits forming on the throttle plate, improving the engine's reliability and performance. The ignition distributor, which was located at the rear of the engine and driven from the crankshaft via a chain, allowed the ignition advance angle to be adjusted depending on load and engine speed. This feature gave drivers more control over the engine's performance, making it a favorite among racers and hot rod enthusiasts. These design features made the Ford V8 a game-changer in the automotive industry. The engine's innovative design not only made it more affordable and accessible, but also improved its performance and durability, setting a new standard for car engines. Ford's V8 was not just an engine, it was a masterpiece of design and engineering. Picture this: 2 young outlaws, robbing banks, evading the law, and becoming national celebrities, all while driving the same car as you. This was the reality for many Americans in the 1930s when Bonnie and Clyde, notorious criminals, chose the Ford V8 as their vehicle of choice. The Ford V8, with its powerful engine and sleek design, wasn't just a symbol of innovation and affordability. It was also a symbol of speed, reliability, and style. Bonnie and Clyde were drawn to the Ford V8 for its fast and reliable nature and its spacious trunk that could conveniently store their weapons and ill-gotten gains. Their love for this model of Ford was no secret. They often posed for photographs with the car, and even left notes thanking Ford for their dandy car. However, not all publicity is good publicity. Bonnie and Clyde's association with the Ford V8 left some with a sour taste in their mouths. Their notorious deeds were seen by some as a misuse of the public's trust and a smear on the good name of the Ford V8. Despite this, their story serves as a testament to the Ford's speed, reliability, and enduring appeal. The Ford V8, not just a car but a co-star in one of America's most infamous love stories. As we've seen, the Ford V8 was not just a symbol of innovation and affordability, it was also a symbol of speed, reliability, and style. But every coin has 2 sides, and the V8 was no exception. The simplicity of its construction, compactness, power and torque, fuel economy, and reliability were all key advantages that contributed to its popularity. Imagine having a car that was not only powerful and quick to accelerate, but also economical to run, especially during the Great Depression when gasoline was an expensive and scarce commodity. However, these benefits were not without their drawbacks. The V8's cooling system was less efficient than it could have been, leading to issues with overheating, especially at high temperatures or when driven at high speeds for extended periods. Detonation was another problem due to the poor quality of gasoline at the time, which could cause damage to the pistons, heads, and crankshaft. And let's not forget the oil leaks caused by a lack of precision parts and the use of asbestos gaskets that deteriorated over time. The Ford 5.8 also made a rather loud running sound and created strong vibrations that were transmitted to the body and chassis of the car. Furthermore, maintaining optimal performance required frequent adjustments to the ignition, valves, and carburetor, which required some skill and knowledge on the part of the owner or mechanic. Despite these drawbacks, the Ford 5.8 remains a beloved icon of the automotive world. Its story is one of ingenuity, innovation, and a little bit of infamy, all wrapped up in one sleek, powerful package. From 1932 to 1953, an impressive 16 million cars and trucks equipped with the Ford 8-cylinder engine were sold, setting new records in the automotive industry. It was not just an engine. It was a symbol of affordability and accessibility, with its price range of $500 and $700. This made the dream of owning a powerful car a reality for many during a time when such a dream seemed impossible. The engineers at Ford were not content to rest on their laurels, though. Year after year, they sought to improve upon the V8 engine, gradually increasing its volume to 5.5 liters and boosting its power to 125 GP. A smaller 2-liter version of the engine was developed for smaller cars, and it found its way into not just Ford vehicles, but also those of Mercury and Lincoln. Over the years, several key modifications were made to the V8 engine. In 1935, the cast iron blockhead was replaced with a lighter, more efficient aluminum version. The fan was removed from the generator axle, and a 4-chamber carburetor was installed. These changes, along with an increased compression ratio from 5.5 to 7.5, allowed the engine to retain its practical bottom valve design while delivering improved performance. This legacy of innovation culminated in 1952, when a car racer named Hill reached a speed of 370 kilometers per h in a car equipped with a forced 8-cylinder engine. The production of this legendary series ended on December 25, 1953, after a remarkable 21-year run that saw 16,377,753 cars equipped with a V8 engine roll off the production line. But even as production ceased in America, the Ford 5.8 continued to make its mark around the world. In France, these engines were produced until 1962, a testament to the enduring appeal of the Ford 5.8. Despite its challenges, it remains a beloved icon, a symbol of a time when ingenuity, innovation, and affordability came together to change the automotive industry forever.